So the next part of our routine that you'll see on every routine card is the correcting student errors. This is a my turn, your turn, and then backing up to is the way that that routine is going to go. I'll show you what that looks like. So when a student makes a mistake, we're going to correct it immediately and provide the feedback to make the correction. So you might say name, my turn, name, C, your turn, name, give them time to practice, and then back up to in the letters, the sounds, words. It's not going to be exactly the same in every routine, but for the most part, it is a backup to. We want to remove that error from the student's short-term memory, back up to, and represent, and give them another opportunity to practice. So restating the answer, my turn, the letter is T. Your turn, the name, T, giving them an opportunity to practice, taking it out of their short-term memory, backing up to, and then repeating the practice again. The last part of the routine is going to be our check for understanding. We're going to call on 2 to 3 students to check in an unpredictable order to check if they are mastering, or their level of mastery of the skill that we were practicing. Okay, again, it's in a bold print, it's a script. We want you to follow it just the way that it has been written. So for this routine, it says, let's do some individual turns. I will touch next to a letter. Everyone will say that letter in their head. I'll call on one student, and only that student will say the answer out loud. So again, giving opportunities for everybody to practice. Let's do some individual turns. So I'm going to see who's mastering the content, and I'm still going to provide all 4 parts of the signal. I'm going to provide the focus. Then I'm going to say the cue. What do I want them to do? Name, give them the think time. Everybody needs an opportunity to think because nobody knows who I'm going to call on. And everybody is prepared. Name, Jen. And then I'm going to give the 2 seconds, say the student's name, and signal for them to respond. If in the event they make an error, I go back to what I just demonstrated with our error correction. My turn, the sound, my turn, sound, or my turn, letter, T, your turn, T, and then I would present, continue to call on students for the check for understanding. Now we want to make sure that we're not calling on, this is not an equal opportunity check. We're checking a pulse on students who we think may be struggling, or a student who demonstrated that they may not be fully engaged during the lesson. Maybe the students messed up on a certain letter earlier on when we were practicing. Those are the students that I want to check in on. Those are the skills, the specific letters, words, or sounds that I want to check in on. I don't want to just check that students know things that are easy, or my high-performing students check that things are easy. I want to check the students who I think might need a reteach, or I'm checking for mastery, or I think might need some additional practice, either one-on-one or in our small groups, or maybe we need a class reteach. So here is our kind of ECRI routine in a nutshell. We're providing that systematic instruction, meaning things are going from easy, we're teaching, we're scaffolding, we're introducing, we're giving times for students to practice with our support, and then we're going to eventually move down to increasing difficulty, practicing the skill that we have introduced at the very beginning of the lesson. So in this example, we're starting with phoneme blending, the long O sound. Following the long O sound, I'm going to introduce my sound spelling card. Ocean, it's a long O sound, practicing the sound and the spelling. The card is ocean, the sound is O, the spelling is O. And then here are the other spelling options for long O. Moving forward, now we're going to practice blending words with that same sound pattern, going slowly through to decode each of those words. Next, we will practice reading and writing those words quickly. We've already practiced sounding them out. Now we're going to practice reading them quickly. Okay, so again, increasing that difficulty as we're moving forward. And then finally, our culminating activity would be to like we said, practice writing the words and then practice reading them in a decodable text with that same sound spelling pattern in a more authentic way. So again, moving through our systematic instruction, here's my skill, here's what it looks like in isolation, here's how I sound it out, here's where I'm going to practice reading the words quickly, I'm going to practice writing the words, and then I'm going to practice reading them in an authentic decodable text where I can see the words are not in isolation as much.